Welcome, Introduction to Social Science students, SSC 100. This is our Week 5 commentary, and this is the last week in our first module covering the month of September. So this week is all about consolidation, meaning there is no new readings, and you'll be completing the test for the first chapters of our Lucre text. So take this time to essentially reflect on what you've learned so far about the social sciences, about research methods, and take a time to sort of pull back a little bit. And the only new topic for this week really is the issue of environmental science and interdisciplinary studies, which is not in the Lucre text. So after you take the test and get that out of your way, do focus on the, as it were, the visiting resource for this week. As you may recall, I've suggested that we take a look at each of the social sciences or some of the social sciences just as sampling as we go through the semester. Now, to speak to the issue of interdisciplinary studies, also called multidisciplinary studies, although some would quibble about the distinction between the two. Environmental sciences is a great example of what we at UMA think of as INT, meaning interdisciplinary studies. This is an important cultural and political shift in the sciences and indeed in academics in the 21st century. So I would think students who complete this course would have some comfort with the idea, or at least familiarity with the idea of interdisciplinary studies. So that said, take a look at this good example, which is environmental sciences, and raise questions on the discussion board or explore other resources, because at the end of the semester, when we think about the social sciences, we will anticipate them as an early pioneer in the area of interdisciplinary studies, and we will ask ourselves about the future of the social sciences in an era where interdisciplinary studies are ubiquitous. So that's our sole new topic for this week. I've also posted in Dr. K's area on the discussion board a request that you begin posting your plans for the mid-semester workshop, which is what I call workshop number 2. It's coming up in about 3 weeks, so you have plenty of time. But the idea is to get it on your calendar and think about if you want to gather in real time. Again, we'll have the option of meeting on campus, meeting on the phone bridge, or meeting on an alternative crossroads yet to be named that will be organized to meet your needs, basically. So option 1 is the campus meeting, option 2 is the phone bridge meeting on Sunday, and then if we want to organize the third option, I'm certainly open to that possibility. Of course, the default option, option number 4, would be simply to skip the mid-semester workshop, and that's fine. But if you do so, you'll forego the opportunity to take stock and to get help with your e-portfolios and your course project, and to really look at the second half of the semester and aim for good endings. So all of that is in this last week of September, a little bit more than a week, and also in the first week or so of October. Okay, so far so good. Just ending on some positive notes, let me say that the class has really set records in terms of students quickly learning about Google Sites and how to use them as an e-portfolio. I think we're off to a good start, although most of the portfolios at this point are empty. I would ask you to be drafting an introduction. As a final word of advice, I would suggest think about the difference between introducing the e-portfolio, which is the intention of this required element, and also introducing yourself, which is an optional element, but hopefully you will consider how to include both in your e-portfolio. All right, do give me a call if you have any questions about the test or about any aspect of what we're trying to accomplish this week. Thanks very much.